The sorrow day has come, the king has died. Some cry, many are unaffected, while few see this as their opportunity. Even before the king is carted to the temple, the nobility is making their plans. The Senate must now meet up and enter a period of interregnum. All powers of the king fall to the Senate, and the Senate must elect one of their own to serve a term of 5 days to find a qualified person to put up as the next king. If the first senator cannot fulfill this within the first 5 days, a new senator will be selected for another 5 days until a king has been elected. After the Senate had accepted the nominee, they must then be proposed at the curate assembly. Unless you were born into these specific families and weren't part of the partition class, you really had no say. So, pretty much like how it is nowadays. While the plebs and commoners could take part in the discussion, they could not vote. While the citizens could cast a vote, ultimately the power came down to the magistrate's decision, which only could be contested by other magistrates of equal or higher rank. While the plebs did get a tribune role later on in 493 BC, this didn't come until much later after the kings. If the assembly approves the nominee, then there still must be two acts done to get full regal power handed over. First, the king is seen as the high priest of Rome, so it is necessary to get the divine will of the gods. This was done by augurs, which determined the will of the gods by studying the flight paths of birds, how many there were, what kind they were, what direction they were flying in, what kind of sounds were they making. Pretty much, you could assume it was only a guy eating mushrooms in the forest, watching birds, letting everyone know if this guy passed vibe check. After the augur approves the king and grants him his priestly powers, he must then present a bill granting him imperium. If this bill is passed, he is granted the kingship of Rome, and he will be the next king. While in theory you could say the people elected the king, in reality it was just the Senate, a bunch of rich, old, and well-connected families. Like I said before, pretty much the same thing as today. Not to be understated, most of Rome's records during this time were more than likely destroyed in the sack of Rome in 390 BC, so it's nearly impossible to tell with certainty which of these are all true or if they're all just myths written about people from way later. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like if you'd like to see more content like this. Thank you.